Why did you move to US? I told you, right? Come to Canada, we'll clean the snow all together.
You will work less, you'll get paid less.
Like, what was your plan at that time?
They don't really want to fire people just like the US.
What was the first thing you find it different?
That piece is missing in the US.
Earning way less.
Stop waiting for more time and just come over.
Alright guys, welcome to another episode. So today we have a very special guest. So today we're gonna talk to one of my very close friends who moved from States from India for pursuing his masters around the same time when I came to Canada. He worked there for a few years and he got married there, and then he finally moved to Canada. After that, he finally got his PR. So let's talk to him and see how was his experience from moving all the different continents all the way from India to US and then finally come to Canada. Welcome, Ricky.
Thanks, Deepak. Really good to be here.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of time that we have talked about a lot of things, and this time we were like, you know what, let's just bring it to our audience. Let's just share the whole journey that we have with other people, and you always comes with the great stories.
Definitely. So guys, Deepak and I have been old school friends, since last 12 years, when he made the choice to move to Canada and I made the choice to move to the US. And it's been such a great, wonderful time since then.
Absolutely. I think it was wonderful too, and at the same time it was very struggling on both our ends right here. So let's start from the beginning. I told you, right, come to Canada, we'll clean the snow all together, but I don't know why, you just wanted to go to beaches.
Yes. So, like we all have learned in the last 4 years, America is the land of opportunity. Have we not?
Why did you move to US? Like, I was coming to Canada and then you wanted to go to US always, right? Why?
I was very ambitious. I wanted to pursue the software engineer journey. And when you are a software engineer, the first country that comes to your mind is actually US, not really Canada, not really Europe or anywhere else. You just plainly think that, I want to move to the US, I want to work for any of, the big software giants, even if it doesn't come out to be true in the end. But, that was my simple choice why I moved to the US.
At what point you decided that you have to move to Canada? I know, is it because you really wanted to meet Justin Bieber, or you were really fed up from Mr. Donald Trump, who is no longer there?
The reason I decided and when I decided to come to Canada is very, very, peculiarly tied to how I was feeling every night in the US. Every night I used to feel that tension in my mind that, if this job is lost for some reason, be it my employment visa getting over every now and then, because it has a set time period to it. So every time you have to get it renewed. Firstly, get it sponsored, big deal for the companies. Yeah. Then, get it renewed by the USCIS, again, a big deal, and then get it stamped. So there are 3 steps to it. So that means, you can be stopped at any step. Not that I'm saying, that these things are very complex. However, the way these things have been for a long time, they have automatically gotten complex. So I decided, I want a country where if I lose my job or if I endeavor, if I start to think of doing something of my own, I should have the freedom to do it. And, the closest neighbor, Canada, sounds like a very appealing option to me.
Interesting. Let me talk to my audience. So what you guys think? What matters to you most? What will be the one thing you will stay in a country for? Status or money? Don't forget to put that in comments below. We would love to know what matters to you. Okay, then what did you do? Like, what was your target? Like, I know that you've been talking to me and it's like, man, you have to find a way because it's not easy. So what was your target? Like, what was your plan at that time?
So when it comes to the plan of action, I had 2 choices. One was simply to go to Express Entry and apply online. I felt my points were not sufficient, just to get through that so easily. And the second was to actually find an employer in Canada who can sponsor your LMIA. I chose the later. I felt, it's very easy to find a job in Canada if you have the right skills. And I did that. I found an employer who sponsored my LMIA. And as soon as I got it, my points went up by 600. At that point, and as soon as I applied for express entry with the LMIA in hand, the invitation for the permanent residency came within the next lottery that used to happen every week at that point.
So during that time, I think you got married too, and then you guys both wanted to move to Canada together. Once everything was went through, and then all the PR came in, you wanted to decide where you're gonna move in Canada, and you choose Vancouver. Any particular reason why? Because the reason why I'm asking is because a lot of people, especially IT people, they always target Toronto. Any particular reason why Vancouver and not any other place?
I know a lot of people, tend to move to Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, all on the East Coast. And part of the reason is because they, in the US, also were residing on the East Coast. People who actually like California weather, or, Midwest, somewhere in Chicago, or let's say Texas, we people, we tend to like the West Coast better. One, because of the weather, obviously. And, second, it's just easy to move. I made the move from California to Vancouver. It was pretty simple for me. I just hired a truck and went over here.
Do you think weather is an important thing while moving to a country, or there is anything else? What's your opinion on this? Tell me one thing. I mean, what was the first thing that you find it different when you coming from States? Although you're moving from, I would say, West Coast to West Coast, but it's a completely different country, right? And you lived for a long time in States. What was the first thing you find it different?
First thing I can say is, I actually felt the difference in people, and not to talk about it at a high level, I'll go into the depth of it. Literally, I see people here, giving a lot of time and attention to their families. They are not really worried, it's a happy country with happy people. Like, you would see them happy because, they work less, or they work just at the point where, work needs to be. And, rest of the time they spend with families. I felt that as soon as I entered Canada from the immigration officer who welcomed us, from the company where I was working, from the place from the landlord from which we rented out the place, everyone was really, really happy and welcoming. In the US also, I've experienced the same way with certain people, but not everybody. That I can certainly say for sure.
So didn't the immigration officer give you Timbits from, welcome to Canada?
No.
Oh yeah, they'll give you. Okay, so that's good. How about the work culture? Let's talk about, because you have worked in States in an IT company, right, for almost 2 years, and then you worked here as well, right? It's been like 2 years you're working here. What was the first thing, or what is the thing that you think is different work-wise, even in the company or the people?
Work ethics are different. In the US, the priority is, the timelines, which always happens to be today. Like, this needs to be done by end of the day. I think it's a bit different in Canada. Planning is much better, where, people take into account the bandwidth of folks, their personal commitments, everything of that sort. Like, they give some room and some patience to the other people who are actually working on certain tasks. Even the managers are a bit chilled out. I can't speak for all the managers, but most of them are. What I've seen is, people give priority to personal life over work. And that happens to be in most of the firms I've worked for. So I really enjoyed it, even though, there's a downside of it, like you get paid less because you do less. That's why, especially on the Vancouver side, people in this spring and in the, summer seasons, they go out a lot. So you would see that, the considerable amount of work that they were doing, reduces a bit, to certain proportion in those 2 seasons.
I think you're right on the point, because even like I didn't have the experience of working in States, but while working in Canada, we have some teams in States. So I find obviously the difference in the way they plan their releases or their product releases versus we do it.
It's not just the IT culture I'm talking about. It's a general culture. Like, you would see a lot of restaurants, family-owned restaurants in Canada, which actually operate only in a certain time. And you might be just surprised that they're closed on weekends. Why? Because, they're family owned, they want to spend family time. Or they're closed, between, let's say, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. You might be surprised that they're losing on a lot of business, but they are not. Like,
yeah, you're right. People are used to having, restaurants close at that time. It's just the culture. Guys, while I'm changing my baby's diaper, don't forget to click on that click now button on the right to join our family. You are coming from states where you're earning USD and your salaries are, way much better than Canadians. Doesn't that bother you? I mean, in the end of the day, expenses are not less, and sometimes even you have to pay more in Canadian versus what you used to pay in, USD. Doesn't it bother you that you're earning way less versus what you were used to earning in States?
To be very honest, it does bother me. It was a conscious decision I made for me and my family. But, was it worth it? Yes. In my case, it was. Reason is, of course, there are three, major problems with salary in Canada. One, if you were earning in the US, the USD CAD conversion, it's a lot.
30%.
Second, higher taxes in Canada. No matter which state you live in the US, you would always feel the taxes are way more here, based on province. And the third is, the differentiation in the salary structure itself. Like if you were making, let's say, 120K in the US, for the same role, for the same position, same kind of work, job duties, you might be just paid like 85 or 90 grand here. That too in CAD. So overall, if you would see, there's a drop of 35 to 50% in the pay. But was it worth it? It's a question that everybody has to answer themselves. I wasn't really playing in the big leagues. I'm still building up my career. So for me, it was worth it because the drop wasn't really that great, that big. But if you are in the leadership position, it might be bigger for you. So you have to make that call. I personally feel for the freedom of mind and freedom of immigration, you have to wait and that now you can switch jobs at random, you don't have to get H1B transferred or wait for 140 to get approved in the US. And then second is you can do multiple things around. I have colleagues who are who run their businesses, real estate business, some other business. So that freedom comes along. So people tend to make money from different sources because they can. In the US, you're just tied up to one job. So that's you have to, when you do a comparison, do an apple to apple comparison. Do not really,
So what's your final thoughts for the people who are in United States and have been thinking about moving to Canada? Should they take this big step? Should they start the process of moving to Canada? What do you think about that?
See, my take on this is very clear. If you are the kind of person who likes to take risks and are not very happy about getting your visas renewed, or you have been waiting in the line for a very long time for green card, I think it might be just the right time to actually start thinking and exploring Canada. It's not if you would go to forums or portals, online portals, they might just discourage you from making the hard move, but it is actually not that tough, and it's not really it doesn't really take a toll on anything other than the salary part. Everything else is, I would say, either up to the expectations or even better sometimes. If I were to name a few things, immigration is way more streamlined, so what immigration status you are carrying and what you would be carrying in 3, 4, 5 years. Very clear. Belongingness to the culture of course, no doubt in that, you would find a lot of people just like, like-minded people. You'll make a lot of new friends very easily. So I know it's very hard to leave your old friends behind, but, life happens for good, right? Work ethics, you would work less. I'm telling you, you would work less, you'll get paid less, but you'll be more satisfied. And other aspects, you have to see which place you move to, Vancouver, Alberta, or somewhere in the East Coast. That all depends on you, which place you want to move to. Food, I can't tell you, I have had the best food beyond India, beyond Europe. Like, I've been to many places in Europe, beyond US, best food ever, because Canada has welcomed a lot of people from different cultures, different countries in the past few years. And that has also brought, the culinary skills on the table here. So best of the restaurants here. You'll be like, this is actually the authentic Romanian food, or this is authentic, Eastern European food. You'll find everything and anything, you want to eat here. Job security, much more than the US, because it's, first thing is, people are laid back, people are relaxed, so they know, they don't really want to fire people just like the US, where you are being told like, tomorrow today is your last day, like, just hand over your laptop. Anyways, but depends, which kind of job you're in. But the culture is suggesting more job security. That's what I'm saying. Business opportunities. If you have been longing to actually start something of your own, I think, stop waiting for more time and just come over, because as soon as you get PR, you are free to actually do whatever you wanted to do, be it an IT startup, be it a restaurant, business, real estate. And there are so many hundreds of new ideas every day, right? Like that comes across, your mind. So I think that piece is missing in the US, because you are stuck to a job, you move it, you lose your family status. Your children might just reside in the US being US citizens, but everybody else has to move out. So my take on this is, just weigh your monetary options, find a good job or not find a good job, just find the right place and take the call, like, or just throw it out of your mind. Like if you've already argued the toss and Canada doesn't seem to be a good option, then just throw it out of your mind. Just do not be confused and take it for years and years to come. That's my take on this.
You said so many things. I'm literally crying inside. I mean, like, I've never thought of so much benefits of being in Canada after listening from somebody else's, and everything you said is so correct. So thank you so much, Ricky, for talking to us and being a part of Canadian Parinde. So why don't you go back and take care of your baby while I'm taking care of mine? Talk to you soon, man.
Thanks, Deepak. Thanks for having me here. Really appreciate spending time and getting to know my thoughts. Thanks.